See, last lecture we had discussed about this maximum permissible bank finance. It is according to Tendon Committee. Three methods were decided. I'm just repeating this so that you have just an idea जो हमने last lecture में किया था about MPBF method. What is MPBF? Maximum permissible bank finance. When corporate and big companies want funds, if they want funds, they go to bank, and bank will have some limits to provide them finance. Okay, so that particular limit is decided according to this Tendon Committee, and that method is known as maximum permissible bank finance. Now there are three methods. It is segregated into three types. uh, First is low risk category, second is medium risk category of the borrowers, and third is risk category of the borrowers. If it is low risk category, then it would be 75 percentage of net working capital requirement. Current assets minus current liabilities is nothing but net working capital requirement. You have to take 75 percentage of that amount, and that particularly that amount will be known as maximum permissible bank finance. That means, suppose that amount is 10 lakh 20,000, so not more than 10 lakh 20,000 a bank will give you finance. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Next is medium risk category. Medium risk category, the formula is little different. 0.75, or you can say 75 percentage of current assets, and then whatever answer will be, you have to deduct it from current liabilities. 0.75, or you can say 75 percentage of current assets. Now suppose the answer is 5 lakhs minus current liabilities. Suppose the answer is 2 lakhs. So 5 lakhs minus 2 lakhs, your answer will be 3 lakhs. So bank will give you finance up to 3 lakhs. So this is the way method number 2 is formulated. Next is method number 3. Now in this method, high risk category of the borrowers are selected. Those who can take high risk. Okay. In this, the core current assets are to be deducted from current assets first, and then 75 percentage has to be calculated on that particular amount, and then at last you have to deduct current liabilities. So a little difference is there in among all these formulas. Okay, now what is this core current asset? It will be given in the question paper. I mean, it will be given in the questions. Now suppose you have already done a question, right? You have already done a question. Which question you have done? Tell me. Which was the number?
Ma'am, ये illustration 8.
8. Okay. Now take it out. That illustration number 8. Take out that solution part. We have already done this question. See, Ram Limited furnishes you the following details, and you're required to prepare a requirement of working capital statement, right? You have already done with this sum. What is your net working capital requirement?
Ma'am, 15,25,625.
See, wait. See, this is your gross working capital. Gross working capital means total current assets. 17 lakhs 25,625. Is this the answer that you have got?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And is this the current liabilities total that you have got?
Yes, ma'am.
2 lakhs. And this is my final answer, current assets minus current liabilities. And this is my net working capital, 15 lakhs 25,625. Okay, this is the sum that we have done in last lecture. Okay, now what I am going to explain you is how to calculate NPBA on this sum. You have completed this sum. This much has to be done. In every sum, you have to calculate current assets, you have to calculate current liabilities, and finally you have to calculate net working capital requirement. After calculation of net working capital requirement, you have to come to the formula of MPBF, and it is divided into three methods. So how are you going to do? Write down. Yeah, this is sum number 8, no? So here we will calculate now MPBF. Calculation of, write down, calculation of MPBF, that is maximum permissible bank finance. Now see, there are three methods. We already know there are three methods. So how we need to do? The first method is, tell me, method 1. What is the formula of method 1? Can anybody tell me?
Ma'am, 75%
Very good, 75
current
percentage.
asset minus current
In the
liabilities.
bracket, you have to write current assets
Yes, ma'am.
minus current liabilities. This way you need to write. Now come to the next line. It would be 75 percentage of, you don't need to write off. Put again a bracket. Now tell me, what is your current asset? What is the total of current assets? 17 lakhs 25,625. Is it the correct one? The one which I'm writing? 17 lakhs 25,625. Is it the one that you have got?
Yes, ma'am.
This is total current assets, huh? The one which you write as gross working capital is also known as total current asset. Now, this total current assets, from this total current assets, current liabilities will be deducted. How much is your current liability?
2 lakh.
Very good.
2 lakh.
Very good. 2 lakhs. So now again come to the next line. You can write 75 percentage. Now you can write off, because we need to open the bracket. Because now we need to open the bracket, no? That is why you need to write off. Now tell me, 17 lakhs 25,625 minus 2 lakhs. So what will be the answer?
Ma'am, 16,25,675.
15 lakhs 25,625.
1,625. Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
what will be the answer, final answer? 75 percentage of 15 lakhs 25,625. So what would be your final answer?
Ma'am, 11 lakh 44,618.75.
618.7, no? So you can write 619. Is it clear? See
Ma'am,
how simple it is.
219 ma'am.
फिर से बोलो.
11 lakh 44,619 ma'am.
हाँ तो मैंने y को लिखा है 619.
Sorry ma'am, sorry.
So it is 15 lakhs 25,625 into 75 percentage. 11 lakh 44 219. That's correct. 219 ना, आपने 619 बता दिया. It is 219. ठीक है, सबका आया?
Sorry ma'am, sorry ma'am.
No problem. सबका आया?
Yes ma'am, अभी है.
So do it with me. Method number 1 complete कीजिए. Complete method number 1 and then I will go forward. Okay. Now see method number 2. What is the formula of method number 2? 75% of current assets in the bracket minus current liability. See, bracket is changed. Answer will also change, huh? Because now we are calculating, we 75 percentage was calculated on net working capital, current assets minus current liability. But now we will calculate 75 percentage on current assets only. And then current liabilities will be deducted. See, bracket is changed. Bracket was here, current assets minus current liabilities. But now bracket is here, 75 percentage of current assets. So you will write like this, the way I am writing. Don't go according to that, what is given in the textbook. Okay, that is little confusing. 75 percentage of, tell me what is your current asset? What is your
Ma'am,
current asset?
17,25,625.
Very good. 17 lakh 25,625, bracket close, and then minus 2 lakhs. Current liabilities are 2 lakhs. Okay, now again, no, now we can open the bracket. Open the bracket and tell me what is 75 percentage of 17 lakhs 25,625.
Ma'am, 12 lakhs 94,619.
12 lakhs 94,619. Are you sure?
No, 219, ma'am. Sorry,
219
ma'am.
है सर मैम.
219.
Okay, 219. Okay, 219. See, it is 17 lakhs 25,625 into 75 percentage. It is 12 lakhs 94,219. Is it correct now? Is it correct now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now you can deduct 2 lakhs rupees current liabilities from 12 lakhs 94,219. So your answer would be 10 lakhs
10 lakh
94,219.
94 219.
See, the amount is also different from method number 1. According to method number 1, you will get a finance of rupees 11 lakh 44,219. But according to method number 2, you will get a little lower amount of the finance from the bank, that is 10 lakhs 94,219. Okay, there is a slight difference between them. Okay, third method, method number 3. Method number 3 is, can anybody tell me formula? It is 75 percentage bracket current assets minus core current assets. Okay, bracket close, minus current liabilities. See, in this question, core current assets are not given. So assume that core current assets are not there. Core current assets are not there. So answer will be same, 10 lakhs 94,215. 10 lakhs 94,215 will be same. How? Suppose core current assets are not there. So current assets are 17 lakhs 25,625 and core current assets are not there. So 75 percentage of core current, 17 lakhs 25,625 and then minus 2 lakhs. Minus 2 lakhs will be the last step here also. So answer will be same, no? 10 lakhs 94,215. That is why this method number 3 is not recommended here. Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is how you have to do. Complete this method number 2 also and let me know when it is done. Okay, so let us begin with new question. Next question. Wait, let me search out and then I will. Okay, see, question number 11. The board of directors of Alka Limited require you to prepare a statement showing working capital requirement forecast for a level of activity of 1,56,000 units of production. The following information is available for the calculation. Raw material per unit is given, direct labor, overheads, profit and selling price. Everything is given, per unit. Now, raw material remain in stock for average for 1 month. Material in process is average for 2 weeks. Finished goods remain in stock for 1 month. Credit allowed by suppliers means creditors 1 month. Time lag in payment of debtors 2 months. Time lag in payment of wages is 1.5 weeks. Lag in payment of overheads is 1 month. Okay, 20% of the output is sold against cash. So cash sales will not be taken. For debtors, we want credit sales. So for debtors, 80% of the credits of the sales will be taken. Cash in hand in bank is expected to be rupees 60,000. It is already given. It is my current asset. It is to be assumed that production is carried on evenly throughout the year. Wages and overheads accrue similarly, and the period of 4 weeks is equivalent to a month. So we need to convert months into weeks. That would be easy for us. Because here they say last line they say the period of 4 weeks is equivalent to a month. That means they are asking you to do according to weeks. Is it clear? So we will go
Yes,
according
ma'am.
to weeks. Okay. Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Start with the solution part. Write down illustration number 11. Alka Limited. Write down in the uppermost line. Alka Limited. Next line. Statement of working capital requirement. Statement of working capital requirement. Okay. Now you have to draw particulars, inner column, outer column. Draw the lines, particulars, inner column, outer column. Total 3 columns I need. Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So look at adjustment number 1. Now raw material. सबसे पहले आपको working note बनाना है. एक working note आपको बनाकर रखना है. You have to make a working note of 1,56,000 units divided by 12. Sorry, we are going according to weeks, no? So first working note will be made. Here you will start sum number 11. Now it will be 1,56,000 divided by 52 weeks. How many weeks in a year? 52. So how many units will be there? How much units? 1,56,000 divided by 52. Why divided by 52? Because we are going according to weeks. So what is your answer? Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, 3,000.
Very good. 3,000 is your correct answer.
Ma'am, 3,000.
Yes. हम यहाँ पे लिखेंगे weekly production. How are we calculating weekly production? 1,56,000 divided by 52, and your answer is 3,000 units per week. You have to calculate it. And now this 3,000 will be taken every time. Every time we will take 3,000 units, not 1,56,000 units. Is that clear, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, see, 1,56,000 divided by 52, that is 3,000 units per week. Per week, okay. Now we are going according to weeks. So first adjustment is raw material remain in stock for 1 month. So tell me, it is my current asset or current liability?
Ma'am, current asset.
Very good. So go to current assets, write down stock of raw material. Take a little speed because now it's very easy for you. Stock of raw material. Those who have made units column, period column, they can write accordingly. And those who have made inner and outer column, they can make bracket in one column and answer in another column. Okay. The one which suits you better. Okay. So tell me, what is period?
1
What
month.
is period? 1 month.
1
But we
month.
are not
1
writing
month.
1 month now. We are
Yes,
converting
ma'am.
1 month into how many weeks?
4 week.
Very good, very good. In 1 month, we have 4 weeks. So in period column, you will write 4. Now, in units, how many units are there?
3000.
Very good. Just now we calculated in working note number 1, 3000. 3000 into rate. What is rate?
990.
9090. So how will you multiply? 3000 into 90 into 4. So what is your answer of stock of raw material?
Ma'am, 10,92,000.
No. 3000 into 90 into 4. Shubham, your answer is wrong.
Ma'am, 10,80,000.
10 lakh 80. Has anybody got 10 lakh 80?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So everybody has got 10 lakh 80. That means it's correct. Now let's go on to the next adjustment. Material are in process. That means work in progress. On an average for 2 weeks. So we don't need to convert now because it is already weeks. 2 weeks. But yes, for WIP, we will have to make a working note. See, this is first working note. And now it will be second. What it is? A stock of WIP. For this, we need to take base. Base will be taken as 100% of, tell me,
Raw material.
100% of, very good. 100% raw material, 50% wages, and next 50% will be overheads. So it is 50% wages. Go on writing 50% wages, and another 50% will be for overheads. Okay. So what is raw material ka per unit? What is per unit of raw material? Look at the question. 90. So 90 into 100% is 90. Direct labor per unit is 40. What about 40? How much we will take?
20.
20. How did we calculate this
Ma'am,
20?
20.
How did we
Ma'am,
calculate?
40%, 40 ka 50%.
Very good. 50 percentage of 40. Now, what about overheads? How much will be the overheads? Overheads are 75. 75. So how much we
Ma'am,
will take?
37.5.
How did you calculate it?
37.5.
How did you calculate 37.50? 75
75 into
into,
50%.
very good. 75 into 50 percentage, bracket close. And how did you calculate this 90? 90 into
100%.
100%. 90 into 100%, 90. 40 is 50% is 20. And 50% of 75 is 37.50. So this is how we need to calculate. So the total will be, can you tell me the total of all these three items?
147.5.
Okay. Again, once again, please. 147 point kya?
50, ma'am.
50. Okay. So this would be per unit because everything is per unit, no? So this would also be per unit. Is it clear, everybody? Make this working note. I'm giving you 1 minute for that. Make this working note. Okay. So come to the statement. Now write down stock of WIP in current assets. Tell me what is rate?
Ma'am, 47.50.
147.50. And what is period? Look at the question. You will come to know.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Very good. And how many units are there?
3000.
So 3000 into 2 weeks into 147.50 per unit. So what is your answer?
Ma'am, 8,85,000.
Yes, you can check it from here. 8,85,000 is stock of WIP. Outer column. Check the outer column. Don't go according to this. Check the outer column. 8,85,000. Is it correct one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Third adjustment. Finished goods remain in stock on an average for 1 month. That means 4 weeks. So, finished goods. What are we going to take for finished goods? What rate will be taken? Which rate we will take?
Cost, ma'am.
Cost of production. Very good. Cost of
Yes,
production.
ma'am.
So how
Total
cost of
cost.
production? Yes, total cost. So how total cost is calculated? Raw material, labor and overheads. This will be my total cost. Simple. How much is your total cost?
Ma'am, 205.
205.
Very good. So write down stock of finished goods. Is it my current asset or current liability?
Current asset, ma'am.
Very good. Go to current assets, write down stock of finished goods. Stock of finished goods. Now tell me, units, how many units?
3,000.
3,000.
3,000. What is number of weeks?
4.
4.
4 week.
4. Very good, because it is 1 month. So we need to convert 1 month into number of weeks. So it would be 4 weeks. And what is the rate?
205.
Very good,
205.
205. Very good, 205. So how much would be your answer? 3,000 into 205 into 4.
24
24
lakh
lakh 60,000.
600.
Very
6,000.
good. Very good, Shivam. Preeti, very good. It is 24 lakhs. Repeat again.
24 lakh
24 lakh
60,000.
60,000.
You can check it from here. See, 24 lakh 60,000. Is it right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So the next adjustment is all about creditors. Suppliers means creditors. Credit allowed by suppliers is 1 month. Okay. From creditors, what do we buy? Raw material. From creditors, what do we buy? Raw material. So for creditors, we need to take the rate of raw material only, 90 rupees. Okay. So go on. Creditors are my current liabilities or assets.
Current liabilities, ma'am.
Current
Okay.
liability.
Okay. So write down, leave few lines. You can start with current liabilities. Leave a few lines. And then write current liabilities. Below current liabilities, you can start with creditors. Tell me. Creditors has 1 month. Credit period of 1 month. So how many weeks?
4 week.
4. How many units?
3,000.
Very good. And 3,000 units. And what is the rate?
90.
90.
90.
90 is of raw material. Huh? So you have to take raw material ka per unit. So 3,000 into 4 into 90.
10 lakh 80,000.
We can check this from solution given here. See, 10 lakh 80 is my creditor. Okay, is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's go forward. Next is time lag in payment from debtors. Debtors are my current assets. And it has 2 months. So 2 months means what? How many weeks?
8 week. 8
8
week.
8
weeks. Very
weeks.
good. 8 weeks. But now, one more adjustment is given related to debtors on the next page. Read out the first line on the next page. 20% of output is sold against cash. That means uh, this selling price. This selling price is the base for the debtors. Always remember, for debtors, we take 265. Always for debtors, we take selling price as rate column. As in the rate column, we will take selling price as base for the debtors. Now, selling price is 265. But we will not take 265. We will take 80 percentage of 265. Why not 20 percentage? Because 20 percentage is sold against.
Cash.
Cash.
Yes. So cash will not be considered here. Credit will be considered. Credit sales. So selling price is 265. We will not take 265. We will take 80 percentage of 265. We will take 80 percentage of 265, which is known as credit sales. And always remember, for debtors we want credit sales. Okay. Now tell me, what are the units? What are the units in current
3,000.
assets? Yes, 3000. Very good. In current assets, you have to write debtors. Now, to calculate the amount of debtors, first let me know what are the number of units. Somebody, Shivam answered, I think. Shivam answered, no? 3000. So that's correct answer. 3000 into how many months? How many weeks?
8 weeks.
8
8
weeks.
weeks,
Very
ma'am.
good. 8 weeks. Into what is the rate now? What is the rate?
Ma'am, 212.
212.
265 into 80
212.
percentage is 212, that is 212. Also make a bracket as to show how did you calculate 265, sorry, how did you calculate 212. You have to make a bracket for that. Right next to the 212 you can make a bracket as 80 percentage of 265. How did you calculate 212? You need to show the bracket. That is 80 percentage of 265. This is how you calculated 212, that is 212 rate. This is rate. And number of weeks, 8 weeks. Units, 3000. So 3000 into 8 into 212. So how much would be your debtor? Your debtors will
50
be,
lakh 88,000.
88,000.
let us check, 50 lakhs 88,000. Is it correct one?
Yes, ma'am.
See, they also had made same way, 265 into 80 percentage into 8 weeks into 3000 units. So similarly, they too are managing. 50 lakhs 88,000 is your debtors. Next we have time lag in payment of wages 1.5 weeks. So can you tell me, time lag in payment of wages is current asset or current liability?
Current liabilities.
Current
Very good.
liability.
Very good. Go to current liabilities and write down outstanding wages. Outstanding wages. 1.5 weeks. So, how many units?
3000, ma'am.
3000. Into 1.5 weeks. It is already given. No need to convert. Period is already given, 1.5 weeks. So, 1.5. You can write 1.5. Half means 0.5. 1 is already given. So 0.5 plus 1 is 1.5. 1.5 matlab 1.5. 3000 into 1.5 into rate. So what is the rate of?
40.
Yes, it is already given in the question. Direct labor 40. So per unit will be 40. Rate will be 40. 3000 into 40 into 1.5. That is 1.5. So your outstanding wages will be,
1,80,000.
yes, 1,80,000, 100% correct. You can verify this from the screen. See, it is visible on the screen, 1,80,000 outstanding wages. Now, next point is lag in the payment of overheads is 1 month. Now, 1 month we need to convert, remember, into 4 weeks. So, time lag means outstanding overheads. So, is it my current asset or my current liability?
Ma'am,
Current
current
liability.
liabilities.
Very good. So it is my current liability. Write down. Outstanding overheads. Number of units 3000. Period 4 weeks. That is 3000 into 4 into how many? How much is the rate per unit? Rate per unit?
75.
Very good. It is already given in the question. Look at the cursor. Overheads has 75 per unit. So 3000 into 4 into 75. How much is your outstanding overhead?
9 lakh.
9 lakhs.
You can check from here. 9 lakhs is your outstanding overheads. 9 lakhs. Okay. Now, after that, we have another statement as 20% of output is sold against cash. This is done. That was related to debtors, and we are done with the debtors. Cash in hand and at bank is expected to be rupees 60,000. Where it will go? It is directly given cash.
Ma'am, current
Current asset.
asset,
Very good.
cash at
Current
bank.
assets. Very good. Current assets, cash at bank. 60,000. Directly to the amount column. 60,000. So now you can tell me everything is done. Every item of current asset and current liability is done. So now your job is to calculate the total current assets and the total current liabilities. Put current assets in block A. Similarly, Similarly, you have to do it with current liabilities. Put it into block B, and then both will be deducted. A minus B, you will get net working capital. So do it. Do this much and let me
Ma'am,
know the
done.
answer. What is the total of current assets?
95 lakhs 73,000.
95 lakh
Very good.
73,000.
95 lakh 73,000. What is the total of current liabilities?
Ma'am, 21 lakh 60,000.
21 lakh 60,000. So A minus B, that is current assets minus current liabilities. What is the net working capital?